So as you all know, yesterday we saw a brand new trailer for Doctor Who's 60th anniversary specials, and as always, fans have been brushing through them with a fine-tooth comb, myself included. However, some eagle-eyed fans have spotted a detail that I think is incredibly interesting and could well reveal the Celestial Toymaker's plan for the episodes. And today I want to share with you their findings. But before we get into it, if you could do me a teeny tiny little favour and click that subscribe button, it'd be very much appreciated. I just want to thank you all so much for the support recently. It's been insane and immense, and I love you all so much. If you fancy subscribing, do it, it helps me out. You don't have to, of course, but it's free. You can always unsubscribe later if you feel like it. I'm also going to give a light spoiler warning for this theory, which is not something I normally do for theories, because they're normally just me having fun, speculating mostly on the things we've already seen. However, this stuff lines up so perfectly that it feels wrong not to at least say, hey, some of this might be accurate to the plot. So if you are particularly sensitive to spoilers, maybe skip out on this one. But with that said, let's get into the video. So I must give full credit to Doctor Who Home and Lynn Winters for coming up with these discoveries. If you remember back to the third glitch trailer for the 60th specials prior to the full trailer release, in some of the binary code, the year 1926 was identified. Apparently as well, the numerals convert to 1926, implying that the historical episode that we saw filming for the 60th takes place there. And what's interesting about that date, incidentally, it was the year in which the first television test was conducted. Well, kind of. The first television test was actually conducted in 1925 by John Logie Bard. However, it didn't come to public prominence until early 1926, when it was conducted for the Royal Institution. So I think that is the event that the teaser is referring to. Incidentally, however, if you remember way back to 60th anniversary filming, this picture was spotted on set, which seems to say there is a cheap excursion to Scotland happening on October 30th, 1925, right around the time the initial test was conducted. John Logie Bard, I hope I'm saying that right, who was the person who tested the television. He tested it with a ventriloquist dummy that was called Stooky Bill, which bears a striking resemblance to the puppet that we see on the screen in the 60th anniversary trailer, and we've also seen early 19th century clothing in 60th filming as well. So this is all lining up. Lynn Winters then goes on to point out that the footage that we see on the scanner of the unit base is nearly identical to the original footage of Stooky Bill that was taken in the first television test.
Aye, the first living pictures from the blue. This is a great day for me.
Which merely adds to this theory that the Toymaker is going to be involving the creation, or at least the early testing of television into his plan. But what could the Toymaker use the television for? What could this all be in aid of? Well, as we know, the final special is called The Giggle, and the 14th Doctor says this line.
He's here, driving you mad, laughing at the human race.
So my theory is, what if the Giggle is some sort of psychological thing the Toymaker can do to humanity in order to get them to comply to his will? We see in the trailers and in various bits of filming and promotional material, people going absolutely insane in the streets, and the Toymaker is completely unaffected by it. Perhaps the Giggle, as we'll refer to it for now, is the thing that makes people go like that, makes people go insane and crazy and gets inside their head. This has vibes of both the Series 6 finale, in which the moon landing is broadcast and therefore everyone on Earth remembers the look of the silence, because that's one of the most iconic pieces of TV ever, as well as in End of Time, when the Master is inside everyone's head in their dreams and laughing before his return. This is kind of in a similar vein to both of those, but kind of combining the two. The use of the television also obviously heavily evokes The Wire from the episode The Idiot's Lantern. As well, I couldn't help but think of the Torchwood episode from Out of the Rain, where a corrupted piece of film is trying to become real and basically live. And incidentally, the circus master, who is basically the leader of the circus that is on the film, bears a striking resemblance to Neil Patrick Harris's Toymaker look with the top hat.
Coincidence? I think not!
So my theory, as a result of all of this, is that the Toymaker somehow goes back to 1926-25 and takes the place of John Logie Bard as the tester for the television, all the while subtly integrating a little piece of some sort of hypnotic or psychedelic thing that's called the giggle. Sometime later, when the Doctor encounters him, he activates the giggle and causes absolute pandemonium for the Doctor and unit. And the Doctor has to resolve this, all the while protecting Donna and everybody else. But let me know what you think about this theory in the comments below. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts down below. If you have any other theories, feel free to let me know. Subscribe if you're new, like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.